Someone requested me to glaze this feet here when Naruto made a magnetic Rasengan and proceeded to sail away the limbo clones. But hold on, let's just get something understood real quick. A lot of people are bickering and arguing that Naruto characters are now super dimensional, they're not 4D, etc. They're not universal, really without knowing basics in science. Now, when it comes to the aspects of is Naruto universal, the easy answer is yes. Not only have I made more than 3 videos arguing this topic, but every time when I did argue said topic, nobody could really debunk shit because you guys don't really understand what really is at hand here. So not only has Naruto really interacted with a fucking portal, let me tell you guys something. The only way you should be able to interact with a portal is if you fucking step in and out of that bitch, right? That is the only way. We see feats like Naruto holding a portal. Even though the GOAT failed from rescuing his bestie, he failed from opening the fucking portal and forcing it open. This in itself is still a feat. It's not as outrageous as this, but these feats, both of these feats in themselves should be impossible. Now, when we look at what a fucking magnetic field is, it is described as an invisible physical property of space that exerts magnetic force. It is created by moving electric charges such as an electrical current in a wire, or by the intrinsic quantum spin of subatomic particles. Now, when I tell you Kishimoto is a fucking mastermind, and I honestly believe he's a villain. A lot of people say when these mangakas create their mangas, they're not taking power scaling into consideration. They're not going to scientists, they're not, reviewing something about a black hole, how the universe operates. I would like to fucking disagree. Because not only are there mangas being made about science in itself, like Dr. Stone, Kishimoto himself has done it over again and again and again and again. But this time he was a sneaky bastard with it. So now it is my job. I am tasked with a challenge. The Dragon King takes your challenge and raises it. I believe Kishimoto is a master manipulator. Now, it is the perfect picture that you take something which would be regarded as the Rasengan. And if everybody knows the origin of the Rasengan, it originated from this very staircase here. A whirlpool is always flat. It's like an unchanged picture. The spiral is 3-dimensional. Now, a spiral is 3-dimensional. You think that Kishimoto is just chatting shit. But let me tell you something about master manipulator. They will take 2 pictures and combine those pictures and put it in front of you, and they will tell you that you are the one that's going crazy. Now, the spiral, which would be regarded as the Fibonacci sequence. Now. Don't get mad at me because I know how to pay attention, because I have pattern recognition. The Fibonacci sequence is a series where each number is the sum of the 2 preceding ones. For example, 0, 1 and 1, which would be 2, 2 and 3 would be 5, 5 and 3 would be 8, and etc. The Fibonacci sequence is the foundational mathematical framework often found governing natural growth and biological efficiency. In other words, the Fibonacci sequence is the fucking answer to everything in the goddamn universe. And I am not joking when I say this. The Fibonacci sequence can be found in geometry. The Fibonacci sequence is what traders use to be able to predict what's to either buy or sell when it comes to the market. The Fibonacci sequence really is the answer to everything in the universe. It's also the guide to everything in the universe. But anyways, what the fuck does this shit have to do with Naruto? Like I said originally, the spiral itself is what created the Rasengan. The spiral is considered to be 3-dimensional. When the words of God was brought into the world of Naruto, they introduced pain. And pain came along with these black receivers. And after pain came with these black receivers, we started seeing more characters with these black receivers. And all these characters happened to be Otsutsuki. And when Naruto finally awakened the power of the Sage of Six Paths, he also got these black receivers, which would mean he is now in the same playing field as in Otsutsuki. Here's the thing about Otsutsukis. They are not 3-dimensional beings. This is why they are able to fucking hop through dimensions and go through planet to planet to planet without being restricted by time or distance. So when it comes to a Rasengan, a simple spiral with a little bit of magnetic force, yes, is able to sail a space that's not there. And yes, I quite literally mean that's not there. I can hear it now. Oh, Ling, what are you talking about? The limbo clones exist. What do you mean they're not there? That's exactly what Sakura said. The limbo clones is like an invisible wall. Last time I checked, invisible mean not there. But anyways, when it comes to limbos, they come from the shadow world, which is, inverted creation. So basically, if you exist In the shadow realm, you don't exist in the real world. So really, they are fighting enemies that don't exist. Let's get that understood. The moment Madara awakened Jubidara, he no longer exists like the likes of everybody else in Naruto Shippuden. His existence skyrocketed that of everybody else in the series, except for Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke. Anybody who has Sage's 6 Pass abilities. The sad part is Sakura doesn't have any sensory capabilities from her Sage's 6 Pass capabilities. Sakura actually should not be able to punch the limbo, because the limbo clones are actually invisible to regular shinobi and or immune to ordinary physical attacks, which would mean Sakura's punch is not an ordinary attack because she is utilizing that of the Sage of 6 Pass chakra. Even though it is her chakra, the way she took her chakra and then she stored it into an item or a technique that is of the Sage of 6 Pass, it is not converted into Sage of 6 Pass chakra. It's probably complicated for you, but whatever. Entities present in space and time have concrete existence in contrast to abstract entities like numbers and sets. Other distinctions are between possible contingent and necessary existence and between physical and mental existence. Common view is that an entity exists or not, with nothing in between. But some philosophers say that there are degrees of existence, meaning that some entities exist to a higher degree than others. Now, there is no existence or not, and nothing in between. But obviously, the limbo, which would be the dimension of an in-between, would obviously means that Jubidara is no longer 3D, but 4D and higher in this very moment. Because Naruto is having to fight something that is inverted. This is why this exists. He is fighting something that is in the world of the inverted, in the world of the limbo, in the world of the non-existent. So Kishimoto, being a mad scientist he is, he took magnetic force, which is the invisible physical property of space. Mind you, the limbo is the invisible physical property of space. And then he combined the magnetic force, which is the invisible physical property of space. Then he combined the intrinsic quantum spin, which is the Rasengan of subatomic particles. The Rasengan, the Fibonacci sequence, the answer to everything in the universe, the answer to life, the living code, the Fibonacci sequence, the vortex that would turn into a spiral, the spiral that is 3-dimensional, a spiral that was able to take something that is not of their dimension. You think Kishimoto's fucking playing around? I don't. I think he's actually a mad scientist. Don't ask me to glaze his crimes. This nigga's a fucking criminal. Giving me a damn headache trying to figure this shit out. Fuck this nigga.